Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings, and this one is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node, and I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers and returning subscribers and existing subscribers. I appreciate you so much, and I hope that I'm extending that same appreciation back to you. So yeah, thank you very much, and let's get going. Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Spirit, what messages are there for Scorpio? All right, that feels good. Thank you in advance. First two cards are current energy, Page of Rods, Six of Pentacles. And heart space, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Queen of Cups and your possible outcome, Eight of Swords. And what you might not be aware of or underlying energy, Six of Rods, Ace of Rods, and Strength. There's some powerful underlying energy. There is this you definitely have some healing that that's not being looked at. Everything superficially, everything on the outside looks great, but I think when I look at this possible outcome with the Queen of Cups looking away from this Eight of Swords, this is, again, and then I'll say that with this heart space, the Five of Pentacles with the Three of Swords, that's a lot of hurt and pain in your heart. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of exclusion. That's a lot of disappointment. That's a lot of loss. That's a lot. The Queen of Cups that's in the possible outcome is looking directly at it. So this feeling like, again, this is an emotional healing that has to go on. You know, the restriction you feel, these thoughts that you have that you just don't know how to get out of, require emotional healing. For you to look squarely at your emotions. In your current energy, you've got the Page of Rods looking at this Six of Pentacles. Like, the page just has the ideas and wants to have, their surroundings be able to give to those they want and have enough for themselves and be balanced and fair with everything that they have. So this looks superficially great, but again, it's just the page. And then when I go to this underlying energy, we've got the Ace of Rods with the Six of Rods. That's the success in that idea, and the strength is there too. The strength that's required to even get you there. The strength that's needed is for the emotional healing. This is a spiritual solution to a very emotional issue. These are things that we've ignored for a lifetime. When we feel this much loss and this much hurt and disappointment and exclusion, this stuff needs, it's time for you to address those things and start recognizing that, yes, you had feelings in every single one of them. What were they trying to tell you? What things were what lessons was life trying to show you in that moment? It's usually about an attachment to something that you have outside of yourself. Without that attachment, that suffering doesn't exist, unless it is inner child stuff, which does have to be healed from when we're very little and we're pushed down and ignored in painful moments as kids. Now as adults, we can go back and actually heal that stuff, recognizing that now as adults, we have as much power to be able to hold ourselves and say, you deserved to be loved and cared in that moment. And really take how much ever time you need to in your own space and time. Don't do it at the cashier lady at the grocery store. That's bad timing. Those are triggers. We're trying to heal the triggers. So doing it at night, when you're at home and you're rested and the chores are done, and you're taking the time now to actually love yourself at that deep level. You deserve this. You deserve to have this much pain, loss, and disappointment and exclusion healed so that you can become the successful spiritual warrior, and how strong it will make you. That's exactly what I'm seeing in the spread, is that how you get out of it is going into it and recognizing your feelings through all the times that you have in your mind, going back and saying, I'm not going to use this as something that hurts me anymore. I'm now going to learn what it's trying to tell me about myself and use it to have this Six of Pentacles here and this Six of Rods here. There's victory and abundance on a level of fairness and balance. These passionate these bursts of motivation that you're feeling are trying to get you to just address you so that you can heal and be successful and strong and have exactly what you want. So this Queen is now balanced and whole, and it has the King there too. We're missing it through one energetic, and it's not overthinking it. It's learning the feelings of it. It's not being afraid of the bad feelings. They're nothing to be afraid of. The Queen of Pentacles is the very next card in your underlying energy. So then again, there's this need for you to creatively go into, this is all kind of in an abstract way. That's the emotional side of it. It's that what's calling for you in your physical surroundings to get this manifested, the forcing of your wishes and wants is not necessary. If you simply take the time to address your feelings and heal them, so you're not going off on the lady at the grocery store, so you're not going off at the drivers on the road, those are all triggers for you that are, again, trying to tell you, I said something today at the grocery store. A friend of mine was pulling out, and he had kind of he pulled his car in a little bit too far and tried to pull through, so he ended up having to back up to get his car at a good angle to leave. And, he's like, these cars are in my way. And I had said, and the thought that came out of my mouth was, if they weren't here, everything would be fine. And how funny is if I take that and I back up, not just for a bunch of cars, in the parking lot, but if they weren't here, everything would be fine. Yeah. And you'd be all by yourself. I mean, if you wanted to, I'm not taking one isolated little thing that was said about cars in a parking lot and really pulling it back to the grand scale. So everybody that you complain at, the lady at the grocery store, the drivers on the road, the delivery man that's late, whoever is irking your chain, yeah, everything would be fine if they weren't here, but you'd be by yourself. So it's learning that each one of them has every right to be there doing what they're learning and fumbling through to learn and be more, at whatever level they're going to be in this incarnation, just like you. I'm going to pull an advice card for Scorpio here. Scorpio. Spirit, what advice do we have for Scorpio? This is the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors deck by Alex Gray. Spirit, what advice do we have for Scorpio? All right. Thank you in advance. Material world. So, materia prima, beginning of the great work, identity fused with lead in an alchemical flask of the body. Atoms form molecules, molecules form cells, cells form organs, organs form bodies. Our incarnation is miraculous and depends on billions of years of evolutionary biochemical problem solving. Use the great good fortune of your birth to enter life as a path and realize your true nature. Energy, matter, space, and time, building blocks of empirical reality, deep-rooted fabric of the elements, blanketing our physical stratum of being, mother womb and tomb of temporality. Thou art a shadow theater cast by the spiritual sun. The reflection on foundation. And I think that was kind of the story where, as isolated as an event, it's just the lady at the grocery store. It's just the delivery dude, No. No, seriously. If you really don't, if you're so frustrated with these people for something that they're just people doing what people do, you're people doing what people do. That's the foundation. That's that, what do you call it? Alchemical flask. This beautiful thing, that this biochemical creature that has been made after all these billions of years of evolution, and recognizing that same evolutionary process in each and every one of us is that foundation. And this is simply going back to the evolutionary ability we have for feelings and fine-tuning what those are so we can evolve. I hope this has helped, Scorpio. Next time.